What's up, guys? Game Nut here, and welcome back to another episode of our career mode in Madden 17, our connected franchise where you guys know we do play as a wide receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. Currently have a 7-3 record, about to enter week number 12, where we're going to go ahead and face off against the New Orleans Saints, who are just right behind us with a 6-4 record of their own. So you guys already know, I've said it, pretty much every single episode at this point. Our division could not get any closer, man. Things are so tight for us trying to make it to the playoffs, as we know. We're narrowing down towards the end of the season as the Cardinals and Seahawks, along with us, also have a 7-3 record. So really, anything can happen in these last final weeks of the regular season. Now, the New Orleans Saints, they're actually in the lead of their division. They're in first place with a 1-game lead. Both of their teams in the other division are behind them as well. So they're somewhat kind of in the same situation, but they have a little bit more breathing room than as we do. So if we take a look at some of the stats currently going on for the season, Drew Brees is killing it as always. You see his touchdown to interception ratio. It was insane. And if you look at, of course, someone like Jared Goff, it's the complete opposite story, man. Like it's pretty bad. Now, as we look at our personal stats, we do have 1,194 receiving yards, which is definitely pretty solid, and I believe that is the best in the league up to this point. And if we see the Saints' #1 receiver, Brandon Cooks, he's got a pretty decent season on his hands as well, 838 receiving yards. And the funny thing is, if we look at the legacy leaderboard, me and Brandon Cooks are right next to each other when, we're like both the leading receivers on our teams and we're about to face off against each other. I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny. But as we move forward, I am going to go ahead and spend a little bit of XP on my character. Now, the only problem is I just don't really have a ton of XP. You only really get like a massive bulk amount of XP to spend on your character once you hit like certain milestones. So like once I get 100 catches on the season, or like maybe 1,000 yards, 1,500, something along those lines. Once you get to those certain milestones, that's when you get a bunch of XP to put on your player. And I think I'm close to getting one of those. I think I'm somewhere around like the receiving touchdown mark where I'm going to get a lot of XP. And I'm not really sure what stat to upgrade. I want you guys to let me know, like, if you guys actually do know what stat is the best to put on your wide receiver to make his overall go up. Because I have a lot of good stats in a lot of, certain categories, but I'm still only at a 78 overall. But I just don't really know what to upgrade to make my overall go up. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this game and see what Drew Brees and his offense is made of.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The playoff chase is very much on as the season winds down, and wouldn't this fella love to make a big play or two down the field to possibly bring them one step closer to the postseason? It's the Rams going up against the Saints. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the New Orleans Saints.
So the Saints are wearing some pretty interesting throwback uniforms, not going to lie. I definitely kind of like them. We'll have to put, the Rams throwback uniforms one of these episodes. But we're kicking things off in this game on offense. And what do you know? Jared Goff is being Jared Goff.
Is there any more coffee?
We start the day out on offense by having Jared Goff pretty much just, start to throw this game away already in the first quarter, which obviously gave the Saints pretty good field position. And these guys have a very high-powered offense, so like it's probably not ideal to make too many mistakes because they're just going to come back and strike on offense. You do see they did put up 6 points. I'm not really sure what happened. I guess they missed the extra point because they only have currently 6 points and not 7. So we see Trey Mason here getting a good rushing attempt going for him. He's so far doing a little bit better than Todd Gurley. As you know, he's not been, the best running back for us in our season here. It didn't really happen in real life either. So, kind of realistic, happening both here in Madden and also in real life. So we get our first catch here on the sideline. And as we were faced with a third down, it was 3rd and 2. The pressure got to Jared Goff, ends up getting taken down for a sack. And that's pretty much the end of our first drive on offense after, of course, Jared Goff throwing that first interception. So as we come back into our next drive, you can see now we're getting a nice rush by Todd Gurley. We're starting to finally see this guy make a couple of big-time plays. We're at the end of the first quarter, and we've got to put some points up on the board, man, because going against this Saint offense, you never know what could happen because these guys are so high-powered. Drew Brees just makes stuff happen. Here, I believe that was our tight end, Lance Kendricks, who came up with the reception, put us down a little bit further in the red zone, and I've got one-on-one coverage and got him beat. But, that ball was thrown to a souvenir to a little fan that was right in the front row. I don't really know where Jared Goff was going with that pass, man, but I had one-on-one coverage, had my guy beat. was an easy touchdown, but Jared Goff I guess he didn't want a touchdown. He just wasn't feeling it. So we ended up having to settle for a field goal, and as you can see the scoreboard now, like I was saying with that Saints overpowered offense, they went back and immediately put up a touchdown in very little time, and all of a sudden, we find ourselves down by 10 points. It is currently a 13-3 game. So on the wide receiver screen, we did get ourselves another reception. On the next play, back-to-back receptions for us on a 2nd and 5. For some reason, my character went for a possession catch because I definitely didn't hit the X button there. So kind of frustrated. I might have been able to get a couple more yards out of that play if that didn't happen. But on 3rd and 10, somehow, miraculously, Jared Goff finds our tight end, Lance Kendricks, again in the flats, and he was able to pick up a first down out of that. I don't know really how that happened because that kind of play should have been able to pick up 10 yards or more to get a first. As we move forward, we're now at the 2-minute warning in the 2nd quarter. It's currently at a 3rd and 16 after we just had ourselves another reception. We definitely got a lot of work going in this drive. Jared Goff throws this one up in the end zone. You can see the live box down in the corner. He threw it up deep to Kenny Britt, who was going one-on-one with Delvin Breaux. He comes down with the reception, and that is definitely what we needed to get ourselves back in this game. But with 39 seconds in the 2nd quarter, Drew Brees is just Drew Brees, man. He drove down the field and really just put up another touchdown. The guy is insane, man. Like, our defense has to step it up, and we definitely have to step it on offense too, get some points up. And I don't really know, man. Like, we've just got to play in tip-top shape at this point to be able to beat this team. We are still down by 10 points, even though we did just get that touchdown. So here we take a pretty big hit. We kind of get licked on that play. We did get ourselves another reception. I think that is catch number 7 for us so far in this game. We're definitely putting in a lot more work than usual. But here on 2nd and 8, we're going to go with the toss to Todd Gurley. And I know I talk a lot of smack about this guy because, Todd Gurley in his rookie season, he was pretty good, man. Like, he was looking like he was going to be a premier running back in this league. In his sophomore year, it kind of dipped down a little bit. And like I said, it's kind of the same case what happened here in Madden. So he hasn't had the best season for us right now, but he does definitely have a couple of good plays here and there as he was able to use his speed and get the touchdown. As we are still down by 3 points, the score is now 17-20. Jared Goff is just throwing this game away, man. But 3rd and 7, we've got another one-on-one. We just got ourselves a 90-yard touchdown. That is the longest one that we have had in our career, man. And that's like, you can't really get much better than that. I mean, obviously the best you could get is a 99-yard touchdown, but we just got ourselves a 90-yard touchdown. And hold up, is he really going to do this again? Oh no! What did I do? I celebrated too early. I thought I had him again. Burned him in one-on-one coverage. But I decided to celebrate and coughed up the football, man. Are you kidding me? I did not just do that. That would have put us up 31-23 on these guys. We would have had an 8-point lead. But I decided to get cocky and celebrate as I was going to go into the end zone and fumble the ball, man. I potentially could have just blown this game. Now, we do still have ourselves the lead, 24-23, but Jared Goff just threw his 3rd interception in this game. Nothing new. This is pretty much the same thing that always happens. And the offense was trying to come back out here, man, and we just really had to run out the clock. But on 3rd down, our offensive line fell apart. They got to Jared Goff again, and now we just have to sit here and pray that Drew Brees just kind of lays off with that offense and our defense can hold up for us. So you guys do see we're just sitting back. We've got to wait and see what happens. Mark Ingram was killing us in this game. He already has 2 touchdowns up to this point, and you guys can see they're just pounding the rock with this guy. It's like 5-yard rush, 5-yard rush, 4-yard rush. Going forward, there's only 36 seconds left on 3rd and goal. Mark Ingram rushes forward for a 1-yard touchdown. And then the Saints on top of it got a 2-point conversion, and now the score is 24-31. And as we tried to come back out on offense, again, the offensive line couldn't even give Jared Goff any time. Not that he really probably would have put the ball on the money anyway, but on 4th and 15, we didn't even get a chance for him to throw the ball up to us to see if we could come down with it in one-on-one coverage. And that was a turnover on downs. We just got to see Drew Brees kneel the ball. As again, we are now taking our 4th loss of the season. Again, final score was 31-24. What a way to end this game. Drew Brees and his offense was just too good for us, but also somewhat we kind of blew that game, man. Like, the score could have been 31-31. That potentially would have been an overtime game. Now, we did personally have our best game of the season yet and our career. 9 receptions for 235 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. That could have ended up being 2 touchdowns, but you guys understand what happened. You all saw it, but what a way to end, man. That was definitely... I'm embarrassed, man. Like, that shouldn't have happened. Like, that could have been our game to win, and you guys have been hearing me say it every episode. With the way that our division is going, like, that win right there, or that loss, I should say, could come back to bite us once this season is over. So if we look at how our division has been updated, not good, man. Not good at all. The Seahawks did end up winning, so they now are in 1st place with an 8-3 record. The Cardinals, however, did lose their game, so that is good for us. So we are both stuck at a 7-4 record, man. So from this point forward, we've just got to keep winning and hope that the rest of our division keeps losing. Now, next week, week 13, we are going to go ahead and play against the New England Patriots. I'm not knowing what to expect out of that, man. Tom Brady, if Drew Brees just did that to us, imagine what Tom Brady's going to do, man. Our defense has got to step it up, and we cannot make any more mistakes on offense like what we just did in this episode. So hopefully all of you guys did enjoy. I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.